Welcome back. In this lecture, we will talk about process management or process monitoring. First of all, we should know what is a process in the Linux operating system. A process is Linux is nothing but a program in execution. So it's a running instance of a program. Any command that you execute starts a process, which means whenever you execute cat command or whatever the commands we execute, what Linux operating system will do, it will assign a unique ID, and that itself is called as a process, and whatever the number that is assigning to that process is called as a process ID. Let's say, for example, in Windows, whenever we open any notepad file and anything, we open Microsoft Word or any meeting request, go to meeting we open, or for example right now I open this PowerPoint presentation. So backend some process will run. So where we can see that process in the task manager. Once the work is done, then it is going to be exited. So same way in the Linux operating system also, whatever the commands which we execute, see in the Linux, to open a file or to work on it anything, we use the commands. Everything is in the command. So we need to execute the commands. So whenever we execute the commands, the Linux operating system will assign a process ID to that specific process. So now we should understand the life cycle of this process. So for process, every process there is a life cycle. So first is ready state, running state, and exited state. So you should understand what is this process life cycle. For example, multiple users in the Linux operating system, not only single user. In the real world, multiple users will connect to that machine and different users will try to execute some commands. So whenever all these users execute the commands, so whatever they submitted, first it will go to the ready state. Then from ready state, it will go to the running state. And after this running state, after finishing its execution, then it will go to the exited state. Like for example, we open a file with a V editor and we write something inside that file. So then first it will be in the ready state, and then it will be in the running state, and then once we completed the task and we close that file, updated it, and then we save that file, then it will be exited state. So these are the life cycles of the process. So while process is running, you can stop the process or you can start it again or you can kill the process. Like for example, in Windows, whenever we want to kill any specific process, what we'll do, we go to the task manager and we can terminate the process intermittently, or whatever we are doing, if we close that specific work, then also the backend process is going to be stopped. The same way here also, you can run running process, you can stop it or you can kill it or you can terminate it. And one more thing we need to understand, what is this process monitoring? So process monitoring is for whenever these processes are running, obviously it needs some resources. So what kind of resources it is expecting from the operating system? It needs CPU and RAM. So every process needs some resources to execute or to complete it. Same way in our Windows operating system also, whenever you open any file or whenever you are working on anything, then obviously backend it is utilizing some resources. Like for example, we open a Google Chrome and we can see the task manager how much of memory or how much of CPU it is utilizing. The same way here also, every process is going to utilize some resources. So to monitor that process how much it is utilizing, we can use some tools, some process monitoring tools like top command, ps command, vmstat, df command, kill, ps3, free, nice. So these are the some important monitoring tools we are going to use to monitor particular process. Okay, so how much resources it is utilizing, we can able to get that information. In the next video, we'll talk about ps command, one of the process monitoring tool, and we'll discuss more about it. Bye for now.